Lovable, unpredictable, programmable. It's The Sims.
The Sims released on February 4th, 2000 as an instant classic thanks to a blend of quirky humor, mundane parodies, and surreal simulation. At first glance, it seemed like a game where you design dream houses, pursue dream jobs, and micromanage every detail of your Sims' dream life. But looking closer, you can see The Sims is a clever, at times ironic commentary on modern culture and our obsession with the work to earn to buy to be happy loop of daily life. While its commentary is not always obvious, there is no denying that the game, and the series at large, can make us reflect on our lives in a unique way. On a core level, The Sims is all about the grind. Because, just like us, these virtual dolls exist in a world of relentless consumption, where life revolves around the work, spend, repeat cycle. Outside of career advancement, there are no clear objectives in the game, and there's no win state except those you determine. Every day, your Sim heads to work in pursuit of a paycheck to put towards better furniture, a bigger house, or shiny luxuries. Every new item leads to a happier Sim, as the higher the price, the more it satisfies a need. Sure, your Sim can make do with a basic couch or a cheap bed, but eventually you'll have to upgrade if you want their needs to be taken care of faster. And the happier they are, the better they perform at work, and that leads to more promotions, more money, etc. The world of The Sims is one where you chase after happiness with a credit card. This reflects how life in our modern consumer culture pushes us into a cycle of working, spending, and never really feeling satisfied with our lot. And just like reality, it often feels pointless to pursue creative goals because of a culture that puts making profit above all pursuits. Anything else is seen as a waste of time. This loop can also be seen as a comment on the mindset of retail therapy, which has become so prevalent in our modern world. So ultimately, the gameplay shows us that life in The Sims is about consumption and not fulfillment. Drawing heavily on the culture and aesthetics of mid-century American suburbia, The Sims pokes fun at the golden age of consumerism. The build and buy mode plays out nostalgic shopping music while you browse through catalogs of dream products, each accompanied by a small write-up. Each bit of advertising varies in tone, but the overall message is the same. Your Sims will be happier if you buy this thing. It doesn't matter if every item on the shelf performs the same basic function, ours does it best. Our modern world is full of advertisements and marketing campaigns too, and just like in The Sims, these campaigns play off consumer emotions and insecurities, convincing us we're missing something only their product can provide. Lifestyles, too, are sold to us. Men don't buy an SUV because they have a big family. A man buys it because it tells him he's the rugged, outdoors type who doesn't shy away from adventure, risk, or excitement.
There's two kinds of people. Those who wait for the storm to pass, and those who drive a Ford Bronco Sport SUV.
In today's world, we see companies take advantage of consumer trust more and more in every industry, banking on previous goodwill to ensure profit. Products are designed to be subpar, and once they break, a new model is available for just slightly more money than before. The world of The Sims is no different.
It was actually meant to be a satire of US culture, and I think most people didn't get that. And the promise of the game, really, in The Sims is that you have all these objects, and each one has like little ratings. You know, the couch will improve your comfort this much. But each one of these objects becomes kind of a ticking time bomb. They can break, they can, catch on fire, they can become dysfunctional. And you find that these objects that you're buying to basically make your Sim happy are now making your Sim miserable.
The developers wanted players to think critically about the world, not just blindly consume, and the game's manual includes a curated reading list of books that relate to or inspire the themes present in the game. The tragic irony is that the Sims franchise has now leaned into anti-consumer practices and become a victim of consumer culture as much as it is a critic still. Beyond the grind of work and consumption, how does The Sims portray relationships in its consumer world? Well, adult Sims are so consumed by career obligations that personal connections become means to an end rather than genuine bonds. Relationships in the game are transactional, with career progression hinging on networking rather than pure skill. In real life, we frequently see nepotism and networking as the deciding factor in hiring choices. It's not about your value as an employee, but your connections to the employer. Parents and child Sims, at least in my households, very rarely get to interact as the pace of the game keeps players putting out fire after fire, and in The Sims that's literal and metaphorical fires, to keep alive and happy. And since the benefits of socializing with other Sims means faster career progression, it provides a genuine choice to you as to whether you prioritize socializing with strangers so you can advance faster and get more career benefits, or your family. After all, with no weekends in the game, your working Sim only has so much time to dedicate to socialization. The lack of meaningful bonding in The Sims underscores the isolating effects of consumer culture. Paychecks become the currency of love in a world where love is defined by advertisements. The world becomes more disconnected and lonely, even with the potential for unlimited connection just at our fingertips. Depression skyrockets as a result of our base need for human interaction going unmet, and products offer a refuge to those who are truly desperate.
You look lonely. I can fix that.
Ultimately, this is the satire The Sims tries to convey while making that loop of consumption so enticing to participate in. Someone always stands to make a profit in a world that preys on those with a hole to fill.